Oh, the power of silence. They think they've got you all figured out, don't they? In their eyes, you're just a pawn, easily manipulated, predictable. They believe they can press your buttons, pull your strings, and watch you scramble to please them. They think you'll beg for their attention, chase after their approval, and crumble when they show you the slightest bit of affection. To them, you're just another person they can control. Another person whose worth is determined by how much they can exploit your energy. But here's the truth. They don't know you, not the real you. You might have played the part before, given them your time, your energy, your vulnerability. Maybe you apologized when it wasn't your fault, made excuses for them, or softened your strength to make them feel superior. But no more. Because this time, you're changing the game. You're no longer the puppet, the doormat, or the one who bends to their whims. You're stepping into your power, and that power begins with one simple thing: silence. Silence isn't weakness. It's not retreating. It's reclaiming your space. It's a boundary, a statement, a decision that says, I no longer play by your rules. They might think they're in control, but when you stop reacting, when you stop feeding them your energy, you take everything from them. The power they thought they had, gone. The control they assumed was theirs, shattered. Your silence will be the mirror they can't ignore. It's the reflection of their arrogance, their selfishness, their entitlement. It shows them exactly who they are without your validation, and let them sit with it. Let them choke on their own emptiness. Let them scramble, desperate for a reaction, but you don't give them one. Not a word, not a sigh. They expected you to play along. They thought you'd always forgive, always come back, always fall for their game. But the moment you go silent, their foundation starts to crumble. They will feel it in every ignored message, every unanswered call. They'll act like it doesn't bother them, but deep down, they'll be unraveling. Without you, without your presence, they're left with nothing but themselves, and that's the harshest truth they could ever face. You are no longer the one chasing. You are no longer the one begging. You are the silence. You are the storm that they never saw coming. And when they finally realize the truth, they'll feel the weight of their actions. They'll realize that you were never weak, never theirs to control. They will be forced to face the reality of who you are now, strong, untouchable, and free. This isn't about revenge. It's about respect, about showing them, without uttering a single word, that you are no longer part of their game. You've mastered the art of silence, and in doing so you've reclaimed your power. They thought they knew you? Let them think again. Let them feel the absence of your energy and watch them struggle with it. But this is just the beginning. This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. The moment you decide that their ego, their games, their manipulation will no longer control you, that's the moment your real power awakens. And now, we're about to sharpen that silence into a weapon of dark psychological strength. So, are you ready? Ready to take back your life? If you are, smash that like button. Don't just tap it, smash it. Let's make this message go viral. Let's show everyone who needs to hear it that silence is not weakness, but a force of nature. This is your journey, and it starts now. Let's turn silence into power. Let's light the fire. Let's do this. Number 1, thrive in independence. Independence isn't just about being free from others. It's about breaking free from their hold over you, their expectations, their judgments, their need to control your every move. It's about breaking that chain and standing strong in your own power. Independence means making decisions not for their approval, but for your own peace. It means walking your own path with conviction and saying, I don't need anyone to define my worth. But here's the truth. They never wanted you to be independent. They wanted you small. They wanted you dependent. Because as long as you need them, they get to control the narrative. They want you tied to their approval, anchored to their opinions, trapped in their expectations. But when you stop seeking their validation, that's when their power over you vanishes into thin air. You know it stings when you stop showing up for them, when you stop chasing their affection or seeking their recognition. It hits them harder than anything you've ever said. They built their pride on the illusion that you'd always need them, that you'd always be there, clinging to their crumbs. But today, you show them just how wrong they were. You will thrive in your independence, and here's how. It starts with putting yourself back at the center of your life, no one else. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, and your joy. Remember what made you happy before you started living to please others. Maybe it's something you lost touch with. Maybe it's an old hobby, a passion, a dream. Dig it up and bring it back to life. Whether it's painting, hiking, dancing, or something you've never tried before, just start. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable. Yes, you might feel that old fear creeping in, the fear of being alone, of stepping out of the comfort zone. But independence is like a muscle. The more you flex it, the stronger it gets. Every step forward makes you bolder, more sure of yourself. And just like climbing a mountain, each step gets easier the higher you go. The view from the top, it's going to blow your mind. Imagine this. You've been living in a cage for so long, convinced that the bars are all you need. But deep inside, you've always known the door is wide open. One day, you take the leap. It feels terrifying at first. Your wings are stiff, the wind unfamiliar. But the moment you spread your wings, you realize something. You were meant for this. You were meant to fly. You were made for the open skies. And that's exactly what independence gives you. A chance to soar. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And that's exactly what you're doing now. You're breaking free from their mold. You're reclaiming the real you, the person you were always meant to be. Not the version they wanted, not the one they tried to shape, but you, in your most authentic, unapologetic form. When it gets hard, when you feel the pull of their expectations, remind yourself, this journey isn't just for today. It's for the future. It's for the freedom to live life on your terms. It's for the strength to walk into any room and know you belong, not because someone else says you do, but because you've already decided. You don't need their permission to thrive. You don't need their approval to succeed. Repeat this mantra to yourself. I thrive in my independence. Say it with conviction. Write it down. Post it in the comments. Own it. This is your power. This is your truth. And when they try to question it, let them. Let them see your confidence, your self-sufficiency, your resilience. It will sting them because they can't control you anymore. You are the one who holds the keys to your freedom. And if you haven't yet hit that like button under this video, what are you waiting for? It's a small gesture for you, but it helps us reach more people who need this message. It supports us in bringing you more content that empowers and inspires. You are not alone in this journey. Let's build this community together. This is your moment. Step into your power. Live your life. Thrive in your independence. Number 2, surround yourself with people who truly respect you. It's time to level up. Respect is everything. You've given it freely, haven't you? You've sacrificed your time, your peace, and your energy just to make others feel important. You've bent over backward, compromised your values, and constantly put their needs before your own. But when was the last time you felt that same respect in return? When did you get anything more than empty words or shallow promises? It's time to change that, because you deserve better. No more wasting your precious time and energy on people who only see you as an option while you treat them like a priority. It's time to demand respect, and it starts with being intentional about who you spend your time with. You need people around you who not only value your presence, but also honor your boundaries, appreciate your worth, and support you, not because they need something from you, but because they genuinely respect you. Let's set the record straight. Respect isn't about superficial compliments or flattery. It's about the way people treat you when they're not asking for anything. It's about who shows up when life gets tough, who listens when you speak, and who values you without you having to prove your worth every single time. These are the people you need in your corner. These are the ones who will help you thrive, not just survive. Picture yourself as a garden. The people you let into your life are the ones who nurture and grow you. But some, they're the weeds. They drain your energy, stunt your growth, and leave you feeling depleted. The key to thriving is clearing out the weeds and making room for the people who water your soul and bring you sunshine. The people who respect you are the ones who make your roots stronger, who help you bloom into the best version of yourself. And you might be thinking, but that sounds too good to be true. Well, let me tell you, it's not. Respect is not a luxury, it's a baseline. The people who truly value you won't make you beg for it. They won't test your boundaries, and they certainly won't manipulate you into doubting your worth. They'll respect you because it's part of who they are. Simple as that. Now, here's the hard part. Saying no to those who don't respect you. It's tough, right? Cutting off people who have been in your life for so long, even if they've repeatedly shown you that they don't deserve a place in it. But here's the truth. You can't make space for the people who value you until you make the hard decision to remove the ones who don't. Psychologically speaking, the people you surround yourself with shape your mindset. Hang out with people who constantly belittle you, criticize you, or take advantage of you, and guess what? You'll start believing you deserve it. But when you're surrounded by those who celebrate your victories, who support your dreams, who see your worth before you even have to say a word, your whole energy shifts, and suddenly you begin to rise to a new level. Their respect mirrors your self-respect. It's a game changer. But let's be real, it won't be easy at first. It might feel lonely when you start cutting the toxic people out of your life. You might feel like there's a hole, an emptiness. But trust me, that emptiness is the fertile soil for something new. It's space for relationships that nourish you, that add to your life instead of drain it. Think of yourself as a diamond in the rough. The wrong people treat you like gravel, stepping on you, dimming your shine. But the right people, they see you for the gem you truly are. They'll polish you, protect you, and make sure you shine as bright as you're meant to. That's the difference between being taken for granted and being truly respected. Maya Angelou hit the nail on the head when she said, "Never make someone a priority when all you are to them is an option." That's the kind of energy you need to embrace. The moment you stop making people who don't respect you a priority is the moment you start creating a life full of dignity, love, and mutual respect. Now, I know it might be tough, but remember this. Every person you let go of who doesn't honor you creates space for someone better to walk in. Every time you demand respect, you teach the world how to treat you. And when you stop settling for less, you show the universe that you're ready for more. More love, more respect, more genuine connections. Say this out loud. I deserve respect, and I choose to surround myself with those who honor me. Write it, own it, post it in the comments. Let it sink deep, because this is your truth now. It's time to demand the respect you deserve. You're done with being someone's second choice. You're done with being undervalued. You're ready to be surrounded by those who lift you higher, not those who weigh you down. So go ahead, declare it to the world, and while you're at it, hit that like button. It's a small gesture for you, but for us, it helps us reach more people who need this message. Your support helps us keep bringing you content that empowers and uplifts. This is your time to thrive, not just in the world, but in the relationships you choose to invest in. And trust me, you're just getting started. Number 3, elevate your emotional intelligence. Become untouchable. Here's a reality check. They expect you to react. They want your anger, your frustration, your tears, because every emotional outburst you have feeds their ego, fuels their need for control. It's a game to them, and they think they've got the upper hand. But here's the game changer. When you elevate your emotional intelligence, you stop playing by their rules. You become the master of your emotions, not a slave to their manipulations. Emotional intelligence isn't just about keeping your cool when things go south. It's the ability to understand and manage your own emotions while recognizing and navigating the emotions of others. It's not about suppressing what you feel, it's about mastering it. When you're calm in the midst of their chaos, composed when they expect you to crumble, you take away their power. You become untouchable. Imagine this. They throw a tantrum. They push every button they know. They expect you to lose your composure. But you don't. You don't fall for it. In fact, your emotional control drives them crazy. It's unsettling to them. You won't shout, you won't argue, and you won't try to prove a point. You simply remain silent, unshaken, and in that stillness, they start to unravel. They can't provoke you anymore, and that drives them to the edge. Their power over you evaporates because your calm is louder than any of their noise. So, how do you build this unshakable emotional intelligence? It starts with self-awareness. Take a moment. When was the last time you truly sat with your emotions instead of letting them explode or running away from them? It's not easy, but understanding your triggers, why you feel what you feel, is the first step toward mastering your reactions. The more you know yourself, the more power you have over your emotional responses. Picture this. Your emotions are like a thermostat. When someone tries to provoke you, they're cranking up the heat. But with emotional intelligence, you control the temperature. No matter how much they turn up the dial, you stay cool, calm, and collected. You're the one who sets the temperature, not them. But it's not just about mastering your own emotions. It's about seeing through the games others play. Why are they acting out? Why are they trying to provoke you? Most of the time, it's not about you at all. It's their own insecurities, fears, and desperate need for control. When you understand this, you stop taking their behavior personally. Their chaos becomes their reflection, not yours. That's the kind of emotional freedom that gives you power. Let's be clear, developing emotional intelligence isn't an overnight fix. It's a skill, a muscle, and like any muscle, it takes time to strengthen. There will be moments when you want to scream, lash out, or defend yourself. But every time you choose to pause, take a deep breath, and respond calmly instead of reacting impulsively, you're strengthening that muscle. The more you practice, the easier it gets. The pause becomes your superpower, and when you master that moment of stillness, you become untouchable. Imagine being a mountain. No matter how strong the winds blow, no matter how fierce the storm rages, you stand firm. That's the power of emotional intelligence. The world can throw chaos at you, but you stay rooted. And when the storm passes, guess what? You're still standing, stronger, wiser, and unshaken. Marcus Aurelius, the legendary Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the essence of emotional intelligence. You can't control what others do, but you can always control how you respond. And that response, or sometimes lack of response, is what separates you from the chaos. It's the difference between staying stuck in their games and rising above them. And when you're in control of your emotions, you're in control of your life. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you reinforce the strength of your mind and spirit. Emotional intelligence isn't just a tool, it's a shield. It protects your peace, your energy, and your ability to grow. And as you continue to master it, you'll realize something incredible. You're untouchable. No one can rattle you. No one can control you. Say this affirmation: I master my emotions. They do not master me. Say it out loud, write it down, and throw it in the comments. Let this truth sink into your soul, because this is the foundation of your power. You are not a puppet to your emotions or anyone else's games. You are calm, you are composed, and you are in control. When they see you like this, when they see that their provocations no longer work, they'll finally realize the truth. They never knew you. They never had control. They never had power over you at all. You were always the one in control. And now, with your emotional intelligence at its peak, they'll be left scrambling, unable to shake your unshakable calm. I master my emotions. They do not master me. Say it, own it, live it. This is your power, and no one can take it from you. Number 4, strengthen your physical presence. Own your space. Your physical presence is the ultimate first impression. Before you speak a single word, your energy and body language have already set the tone. It's the invisible declaration of who you are, an unspoken statement of power, confidence, and unshakable resilience. When you walk into a room and your presence commands respect, when your posture and energy radiate strength, you don't have to say a thing. They'll feel it. Trust me, they will. But here's the kicker. They don't expect this from you. They've gotten used to seeing you small, uncertain, slouched. They've convinced themselves you've been worn down. But now, you're about to show them just how wrong they were. When you elevate your physical presence, it's not just about how others perceive you. It's about how you perceive yourself. Your physical presence is the reflection of your inner strength. It's about owning the ground beneath your feet. It's about standing tall and walking like someone who knows their worth, who knows they belong in every room they enter. When you shift your body, you shift your life. You send a powerful message without a single word. I am here. I am strong. I am unstoppable. How do you tap into this? Start with the basics. Straighten your posture. When you stand tall, shoulders back, head held high, your body instantly projects confidence, even if you're still building it inside. It's science. Studies show that standing in a powerful posture doesn't just influence how others see you, it directly impacts how you see yourself. When you embody confidence physically, you begin to feel more confident too. Picture a lion in the wild. It doesn't rush. It doesn't shrink. It moves through its domain with a quiet, powerful confidence, like it knows it owns every inch of its space. That's the energy you want to channel. Not arrogance, not aggression, but quiet, undeniable strength that cannot be ignored. Now, let's talk action. Strengthening your physical presence means taking care of your body, not because anyone else expects it, but because you deserve it. Hit the gym. Take a walk. Do yoga, dance, run. Find what makes you feel alive and powerful. This isn't about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about sculpting a body that matches the strength of your spirit. Every time you push your body, you're reinforcing your strength. Each drop of sweat, each rep, each mile run is proof. I am capable of more than I realized, and that strength radiates outward. People will notice how you carry yourself, how you stand, how you take up space with ease and confidence. They can feel the change, and guess what? It makes you magnetic. But let's not sugarcoat it. Strengthening your physical presence is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel like shrinking, when the weight of the world seems too heavy to carry. On those days, remind yourself, every step you take towards strengthening your body is a step toward reclaiming your power. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep showing up. Imagine yourself as a mountain, solid, immovable, unyielding. The world may try to shake you, to challenge you, to break you down. But you stand firm. That's what a strong physical presence feels like. It's not about being flashy or loud. It's about being grounded, steady, and undeniable. As the Stoics would say, control over your body is control over your life. When you strengthen your body, you're not just building muscle. You're fortifying your confidence, your presence, your entire being. Say this affirmation: I own my physical presence. I stand strong and unshakable. Write it down. Say it out loud. Share it in the comments. Let this truth sink in, because this is the life you're stepping into. One where your strength speaks louder than any words ever could. You're not just building a body. You're building a fortress of confidence that nothing can tear down. When they see you, when they feel your presence shift, they'll realize something important. They never truly knew you. They'll see the transformation, the strength in the way you carry yourself, and they'll know. You're no longer the person they thought you were. You are someone who owns their space, their energy, their life. I own my physical presence. I stand strong and unshakable. Say it. Own it. Live it. This is your transformation, and no one can take it from you. Number 5. Master the art of non-reaction. Become untouchable. Let's face it, they're counting on your reaction. They want your anger, your frustration, your tears. Your emotional outbursts are like fuel to their fire. Every time you lose your cool, they win. Every time you shout, plead, or get caught in their drama, they tighten their grip on your peace. But when you master the art of non-reaction, when you refuse to give them the satisfaction of pulling your strings, you regain full control over your life. The moment you stop reacting, you stop being a puppet. You become the master of your own emotional world, and that, my friend, is where true power lies. Non-reaction is not silence alone. It's silence with unshakable strength behind it. It's the ability to remain calm while others spiral into chaos. It's the choice to stand your ground while they push every button they think they can find. They want chaos. They thrive on it. But when you respond with composure, they're left floundering, confused, and powerless. You become the calm in the storm they created, and that unnerves them in ways you can't even imagine. Think about it. How many times have you walked away from an argument, a confrontation, or an emotional tirade, wishing you hadn't let them get to you? That ends now. You no longer give them that power. Non-reaction is your shield. It guards your peace, your energy, and your dignity. Not everything and not everyone deserves your emotional response. Imagine you're a still lake. Someone hurls a stone, expecting ripples, waves, drama. But the water stays perfectly calm, untouched. That's the power of non-reaction. It's not weakness, it's control. And that control, when you wield it, is terrifying to anyone who thought they could manipulate your emotions. The truth is, most of the time, people rely on your reactions to validate their own behavior. Without your emotional outbursts, they're forced to confront their own emptiness. Non-reaction is like holding up a mirror to them. They have to face the consequences of their actions, and they don't like it. Because here's the kicker: their emotional manipulation only works when you let it. Once you stop engaging, their power over you evaporates. Mastering non-reaction starts with self-awareness. What triggers you? What makes your blood boil or your heart race? Identify those moments. When you feel that surge of anger or hurt, pause, take a breath, count to 3 or 10. Do whatever it takes to reclaim your composure. In that pause, you take back control. You remind yourself that your peace is worth more than their chaos. Let's be real, though. This isn't easy. We're wired to defend ourselves, to react, to protect our egos. But non-reaction isn't about ego. It's about wisdom. It's understanding that not every battle is worth fighting, and not every word needs a response. The Stoics understood this perfectly. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Your reaction often has less to do with the present moment and more to do with the story you've built in your head. Let that story go. Focus on the now. Focus on staying grounded. Picture this. You're a mountain. The storm rages, the wind howls, but you remain unmoved, unshaken. People may try to provoke you, scream at you, or attack you with words, but like that mountain, you don't budge. That's the power of non-reaction. It's not about ignoring the issue, it's about choosing not to give your energy to it. Non-reaction is the ultimate act of self-control. It's your decision to not waste precious time or energy on things or people that don't deserve it. And here's where the magic happens. When you stop reacting, the power shifts. They'll try harder to provoke you, but their attempts will fall flat. They'll grow frustrated, confused, even desperate. They'll push and push, but you won't flinch. And in that moment, they'll realize they no longer have control over you. You've taken it back. Say this affirmation: I choose calm over chaos. Say it. Write it. Let it sink in deep. Every time you feel the pull to react, remind yourself, I choose calm over chaos. It's a declaration of control, of power. You are no longer a slave to their drama. When you live this way, you stop letting anyone's chaos disturb your peace. You become unshakable. The things that used to throw you off course, the arguments, the insults, the emotional triggers, won't touch you anymore. You'll be like that mountain standing tall while others crumble under the weight of their own turbulence. Your silence becomes your strength, your non-reaction your weapon. This is your power now. The world may throw all sorts of drama your way, but it can no longer rattle you. You are the calm in the storm. I choose calm over chaos. Say it. Own it. Live it. You are unstoppable, and no one can take that from you. Number 6, build a strong inner circle. Surround yourself with the right energy. Here's the truth. The people you surround yourself with either elevate you or drain you. There's no in-between. If your current circle leaves you feeling small, disrespected, or constantly exhausted, it's time to shake things up and start building a tribe that lifts you, not pulls you down. Your inner circle is everything. It's not about having a massive number of people in your life. It's about having the right people. People who are aligned with your energy, your values, and your vision. Your inner circle is the place where you should feel seen, heard, and supported, where you can be vulnerable without fear and rise without resentment. So ask yourself, who's in your circle? Are they empowering you to be your best, or are they feeding into your doubts and fears? It's time to get serious about who you're sharing your energy with. It's easy to hold on to people because they've always been there, but how many times have you kept someone around simply out of loyalty or familiarity, even when their presence leaves you drained? No more. Cut the ties that no longer serve your growth and make space for those who will truly fuel your journey. Your inner circle should be composed of people who celebrate your victories as if they were their own, who challenge you to reach higher, who encourage you to step into your greatness, never holding you back out of jealousy or insecurity. Your life is a garden, not a battlefield. Think of your life as a garden. Every person you allow close is either a gardener or a weed. Some people water your growth, encourage you to stretch toward the sun, and help you bloom. Others, however, are like weeds. They drain your nutrients, steal your energy, and prevent you from thriving. It's time to weed out those who aren't adding value to your life. Don't let anyone dim your light. You deserve a circle that supports you in every season of your life, not one that thrives on your struggle. The hardest part? Letting go. It's human nature to fear change, to feel lonely when we cut ties, even with those who are toxic. But here's the truth. Letting go makes room for people who get you. Every person you let go of is a seat saved for someone better, someone who brings a new energy, a new perspective. And once you begin to attract people who are aligned with your purpose, your life will transform in ways you never imagined. Reflect your best self. Psychology shows that we tend to mirror the traits of those closest to us. If you want to grow into a more confident, ambitious, and powerful version of yourself, surround yourself with those who are already there. People who see your potential before you even do. People who challenge you in the best way possible. People who don't just listen to your dreams, but who push you to make them a reality. Surround yourself with people who want to see you win. Seek out those who not only see your light, but also help you shine brighter. These are the people who will amplify your energy, your ambition, and your confidence. Say this affirmation: I create a circle of strength and respect. Say it. Write it down. Let it sink into your bones, your time, your energy, your presence. They are sacred gifts, and only those who truly honor them should be allowed in. Every moment you invest in your inner circle should be an investment in your elevation. Choose your people wisely, guard your circle fiercely, and watch how your life transforms when you have the right people lifting you up. Set the tone with boundaries. This is the foundation of your inner circle: boundaries. Strong boundaries are non-negotiable, and they will protect you from the people who only want to take from you. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are lines drawn to protect what's most sacred inside of you: your peace, your energy, and your sense of self-worth. When you define and uphold your boundaries, you're sending a clear message: I know my worth, and I will no longer tolerate anything less. It doesn't matter if they've been in your life for years. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, they don't deserve to be in your inner circle. Boundaries aren't a luxury, they're a necessity. Let go of those who don't respect your space and make room for those who will. Imagine this: you're a fortress. Your boundaries are the walls that protect your castle. When you set clear limits, you're ensuring that only the people who value and respect you can enter your space. And those who don't? They'll either respect your walls or leave. And here's the power move: let them go. Say it loud: I create a circle of strength and respect. This isn't just a mantra. It's a commitment. It's your declaration that you are worthy of being surrounded by people who value you, and you will no longer settle for anything less. Choose your tribe wisely. Build it with intention. You're only as strong as the people you allow into your energy. Build a powerful, supportive, and growth-driven inner circle, and watch as your life skyrockets to new heights. Let them rise with you, or let them fall away. The choice is yours.